In the labyrinth of routine errands, my mundane trip to Walmart transformed into an unexpected crescendo of chaos when my phone rang, disrupting the symphony of shopping carts and distant chatter. On the other end, my wife's voice, strained and tinged with urgency, shattered the mundane rhythm of my day. She, in the throes of physical vulnerability, bore the weight of a broken ankle, a recent surgical dance with a hernia rendering her mobility a mere 5 out of 100 on life's arbitrary scale. As I absorbed the gravity of her predicament, the air seemed to thicken with a palpable tension, a sinister undercurrent swirling beneath the fluorescent lights of the supermarket aisles. Amidst her struggle, an ominous visitor attempted to breach the sanctity of our home. Yet, in that vulnerable moment, she wielded an unexpected weapon, her voice echoing through the door, weaving a desperate narrative of police intervention, a lifeline cast into the abyss. Racing homeward, the wheels of my vehicle spun a narrative of determination, fueled by the adrenaline coursing through my veins. Fate, an unpredictable maestro, orchestrated a meeting between me and the malevolent intruder, a chance encounter that defied the cosmic odds. As I approached, the figure on the bike mirrored the vivid description my wife had relayed, a convergence of details that sent shivers down my spine. A decisive swerve of the steering wheel, a calculated deviation from the script of that ill-fated night, and the wheels of justice took an unexpected turn. The metallic clash of a collision echoed through the quiet streets as the assailant's two-wheeled escape met an abrupt end. An undignified dismount ensued, and before the intruder could fathom the abrupt alteration of his plans, my frame emerged from the vehicle, a sentinel descending upon a trespasser. With a swift, practiced motion, I descended upon him, my weight asserting dominance over a situation teetering on the edge of peril. It was a surreal tableau, the pulsating neon glow of Walmart's facade casting an eerie glow over the impromptu confrontation. The asphalt beneath us bore witness to a struggle that transcended the banality of a routine shopping trip. The seconds stretched interminably as I maintained my impromptu vigil, an indignant perch atop a would-be intruder. The universe, in a rare alignment of fortune, had conspired to bring him within my grasp. A gun, a length of rope, and tools indicative of sinister intent, the inventory of his possession hinted at a malevolence that could have unraveled the fragile fabric of our lives. Fortune, ever capricious, bestowed its favor once more as the distant wail of approaching sirens punctuated the night. In a final act of desperation, the interloper, confronted with the inevitability of justice, fled into the shadows, leaving behind the sinister artifacts of his ill-conceived plot. As the pulsating lights of law enforcement encircled us, the gravity of the situation settled like a heavy mist. What could have been a cataclysmic collision of fate had been averted, the narrative of our lives rerouted by a fortuitous intersection of timing and circumstance. In the aftermath, a profound sense of gratitude enveloped us, a recognition of the thin line that separates the mundane from the extraordinary, the routine from the extraordinary. And so, against the backdrop of a Walmart parking lot, a tale unfolded, one of resilience, vigilance, and the serendipitous dance of chance that rendered the ordinary extraordinary. In the hushed corridors of collegiate lore, a tale unfolded, one that etched itself into the collective memory of our university, haunting the edges of our consciousness like a specter refusing to be forgotten. A tale of a resilient spirit that emerged from the shadows of a harrowing ordeal, casting a long, chilling shadow over the ivory towers of academia. It all began at a sprawling party, a symphony of laughter and clinking glasses, hosted in the labyrinthine heart of a city town, some 25 miles north of our academic sanctuary. A female friend, vibrant and full of life, ventured into the night with the promise of camaraderie, only to be swallowed by the sinister maw of darkness that awaited her unsuspecting soul, arriving with a companion who, in retrospect, became a witness to the unfolding nightmare she became a mere silhouette in the kaleidoscope of revelry, a game of cornhole, a momentary diversion, and then, like a wisp of smoke, she vanished into the oblivion of the night. The calls to her phone echoed in the void, met only by the hollow embrace of voicemail. Panic ensued, and the guardians of the law were summoned. Yet she remained an enigma, a puzzle whose pieces refused to fit. 10 days later, the twisted tapestry of her ordeal unraveled when a homeless man, a silent observer of the urban drama, stumbled upon a ghastly scene. There she was, broken and battered, crawling towards a bus stop in the unforgiving cityscape, a silent plea etched across her haunted eyes. Her body bore the scars of unspeakable horrors, a fractured leg, a broken arm, and a spirit on the precipice of despair. In the chilling recounting of her Odyssey, the sinister details emerged like shadows, dancing in the recesses of a nightmare. Her drink had been tainted, and she, like a lamb led to the slaughter, was ensnared by a group of malevolent figures. The journey that followed was one of unspeakable cruelty. An apartment became her prison, where she was subjected to a grotesque tableau of drugging and violation. Yet, in the crucible of her torment, a flicker of resilience ignited. She, against all odds, negotiated a sliver of humanity from one of her captors. A bathroom, a fleeting moment of reprieve, and with a heart pounding like a desperate drum, she seized an opportunity. A window, a shower concealing her escape, and a 3-story descent into the merciful embrace of a hedge below. Her crawl to freedom, a journey fraught with agony, led her to a road, a bus stop, and the gaze of a benevolent vagabond who, in an act of unexpected humanity, dialed the saviors in blue. Cars halted, a collective defiance against the forces that sought to reclaim their prey, and the captors were left impotent in the face of a united front. The wheels of justice turned, propelled by the damning evidence etched into surveillance tapes. The apartment, a macabre stage where the horrors unfolded, was unmasked, and 3 perpetrators faced the reckoning that their deeds demanded. In the aftermath, a phoenix emerged from the ashes of trauma. She, the survivor, returned to our hallowed halls almost 2 years later. A graduate, a nurse, but forever marked by the scars that time could not erase. The vivacity of youth dimmed, replaced by a steely resolve. She walked through life armed, not just with a concealed weapon, but with the indomitable will to face a world that had betrayed her once before. The echoes of her story resonated in the hallowed halls, a chilling reminder that even within the bastions of higher learning, darkness could cast its shadow. Yet in the face of unimaginable horror, a testament to the strength that lies within the human spirit, a tale of survival, resilience, and an unyielding pursuit of a future that refused to be defined by the ghosts of the past. In the quiet hum of the printer, Jenna found herself once again immersed in the mundane task of printing documents. The days of being a full-time physical therapist, where every patient brought a unique challenge, felt like a distant memory. The fast-paced environment and the joy of helping individuals recover from heat injuries had given her a sense of purpose. But now, as the director, the blur of responsibilities left little room for clarity or personal moments. The transition from treating patients to managing paperwork and corporate meetings had taken a toll on Jenna. The long hours at the hospital, the constant darkness due to early morning and late evening shifts, and the guilt of leaving her loyal companion Bella alone for hours on end weighed heavily on her. The need for some me time had become palpable. As she navigated through purchase requisitions and payroll spreadsheets, Jenna couldn't help but feel a yearning for the moments when her days were filled with meaningful interactions. The monotony of her routine was briefly interrupted by a peculiar incident involving her own reflection in the bathroom mirror. A strange, smiling image seemed to manifest independently of Jenna's emotions, sparking a momentary wave of fear and confusion. Days passed, and Jenna tried to rationalize the incident as a product of fatigue or imagination. However, the mirror continued to unveil surprises, transforming her reflection into a glamorous version of herself. This newfound confidence prompted Jenna to embrace changes in her appearance, seeking advice from her mirror image on fashion and self-care. The positive attention she received after a salon visit fueled a sense of rebirth, and Jenna started to feel noticed for the first time in ages. Over the following weeks, her reflection, now named Johanna, guided her through choices of colors, fashion, and even convinced her to indulge in a massage. The initial fear of this mysterious alter ego faded, and Jenna found herself captivated by the transformations. Yet, the surreal events took a dark turn. One morning, Jenna's reflection held the head of her boss in a pool of blood. Shocked and horrified, Jenna fainted. Upon regaining consciousness, her loyal dog, Bella, was there to comfort her. Johanna, now speaking in a deep, gravely voice, demanded a gruesome sacrifice to prevent dire consequences. Faced with this demonic ultimatum, Jenna chose to shatter the mirror, hoping to rid herself of Johanna. Miraculously, the reflection disappeared, but the horrors persisted. As Jenna drove away, she witnessed dead-looking eyes rising in her left side mirror, sending her into a panic that led to a catastrophic collision with a semi-truck. The aftermath saw Jenna's body in the hands of the coroner and Bella's remains collected by animal control. As a paramedic firefighter passed by the wreckage, he couldn't be sure if it was the metal on the asphalt or something more sinister, but a deep, dark laughter echoed in the air. The unsettling feeling lingered, hinting that the supernatural forces might not have been fully vanquished.